Tyson, Jake Paul. Did you guys watch it in here, first of all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. Of course we did. Thoughts?
Overall,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of called it. It would go the distance. Jake would win. Jake carried him. It wasn't fun to watch Mike kind of labor around the last 7 rounds. He looked okay coming out, and then it faded almost instantaneously. There was kind of the weird glove biting was a little weird.
Apparently that's it's a tick for him, I guess.
Yeah, he said it was just a tick. I was happy that Jake did take his
Didn't
foot off
hurt
the
him?
gas.
Yeah.
He said in the post fight, like, I didn't need to hurt him out there. That's not what this was about. So I thought good on Jake for doing
The
that.
respect. You think that kid gets 8 now? If he would have just put it on Mike in the 5th, 6th, 7th round, got him out of there, but it'd been such a bad look.
What's interesting is we didn't really we were saying there's no real upside for Jake. There's no way for him to actually win this. We didn't consider him taking it easy on Mike in the later rounds and kind of carrying him to show that kind of mercy and then the respect at the end. This was the only way, which I didn't see.
See, I still don't think he got it because now the narrative is, right, and this happens after every Jake Paul fight or Logan Paul fight, the narrative is it's fake.
Right.
Oh, it's all scripted, it's fake. Let's go through that argument if his fights are fakes or fake. You can say whatever you want about Jake. I know there's a lot to say about him, good or bad. The narrative that's fake is just so stupid. We got to get more creative if you're going to hate on the guy, especially with his boxing career. So if it's fake, you think he's only has 1 loss to Tommy Fury. So you think Tommy Fury is the only guy with morals? The only guy who can't be paid off? You think Tommy Fury just, what? Is the only guy out of all of them? You think your beloved Nate Diaz, for a lot of you up there in Sacramento, you think Nate Diaz was able to be bought off? Does that make any sense? You think Woodley, who's one of the greatest welterweights of all time, is going to take the embarrassment, is going to take all this horrible hate, all this trash talk for money? You think all these guys are going to throw away their legacy just so they can get starched by Jake Paul? You think Woodley and Jake Paul decide, let's make it extremely boring for most of the fight in the rematch, and then you knock me out cold later in the rounds? You think that it just doesn't add up, guys? I get it. You don't like the kid. I get it. He's put boxing, on the map there for what he's doing. He's not the representative that you guys want, but the narrative that it's fake is so stupid. It's just not a good angle. It's not. Because if that's your defense, it's so Tommy Fury's, out of all his opponents, the only one who has the morals to go, no. You're talking about the guy who's a reality star? That guy? That guy? It's so stupid. With Mike Tyson, again, now that he didn't, Mike didn't knock him out, and I love the narrative. Dude, man, look at Mike on the pads before. Where was this Mike? Oh, clearly scripted. You don't know shit about fighting. You're talking about practice. You're talking about mitt work. And he hate to tell you, he didn't look that great. Hate to tell you also, who knows what you're seeing, how long ago that is. He's 58, man. He's 58. I told you guys from the jump, and I post about this, the very jump of this thing never made sense to me. No upside in any facet. Netflix isn't fight fans. They don't give a shit. All they care about is views. And this got over 60 million views, not just 60 million, per household. So unless you're some weirdo living by yourself or in this Netflix, and there's a lot of young men out there, no hate on that, but most people have families, friends. So times that by, at the very least, probably 3.
You mean people sharing an account?
No, so if you watch at my house,
Gotcha.
I have my father-in-law,
Gotcha.
my mother-in-law, my wife, my 3 kids. That's 6. But if you don't want to count kids, take them out, you got 3. I'd say the average household in America is probably 3, I assume.
3, 4.
Wish we had a computer to look that up.
Why is this? Okay, never mind.
But let's say it's 3. So times that 60 million by at least 3, maybe 4. 120, 180 million people watch that fight.
2.5.
2.5. Right on the docket there. Right there.
Did you guys have any stream issues? Did it freeze?
I was working. I was commentating Game Bread when this fight was going on, so I had no issues.
Right.
I watched it after in the hotel up super late. Got an hour of sleep. And you know what? It was a mistake.
Oh, really?
It was so boring.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I don't remember. What was there?
Oh, yeah, it was a big issue.
It was a massive issue.
So the thing for Netflix, so let's just call it even. It says 2.5. Let's say it. So let's say low end 120 million people watched. Netflix like, yep, we're in. So it doesn't matter. I told you guys, this is the Trojan horse to get live sports on Netflix. This is the Trojan horse, if you are a UFC fan, to get UFC's foot in with Netflix. That's all this is. Now they need to button up. You better get that shit going. You better figure out that streaming service, because remember, they also have an NFL game on Christmas Day on there. And I don't know what the average NFL game gets. What's that? What's the average viewership of NFL game on Christmas? Is it over 60 million?
I don't know. It's high.
It's high. Everybody watching NFL.
Specifically on Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Super Bowl. All right, so half. 30. 30.
Yeah, they had some audio issues, some technical difficulties. Apparently, a lot of people had freezing. It didn't freeze for me, and then they kind of reframe it as like, oh, we crashed Netflix because so many people were watching. I don't know.
I had to watch it through Discord. I don't have Netflix, so my friend is on Discord and allowed me to watch it through that.
That's illegal too.
No, it's not. It's through his Discord. Fine, we'll take it up.
No, you're fine. That's the other thing. How many people illegally stream this? So if I'm telling you 120 million, let's say add another minimum 10. These young kids, dude, are savages.
But they also have Netflix. I feel like Chin's the only person on the planet without Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll just do YouTube. That's it.
That's fair. But some people, just to despite Jake Paul, are like, I'm not giving him any credit. I'm going to illegally stream this thing. Okay. So let's say there's 5 million of those weirdos out there. For Netflix, insanely successful. I don't know where they go from here. Like I said this before, maybe it's just a thing where they just wanted to try live sports. They didn't care who it was, see if it was a success, and it was. So then, is this just a live sports play to test that out before they do the big, Christmas Day NFL, or is this again the business of Jake Paul? Because here's my thing. Now what? If you're Jake Paul, now what? He calls out Canelo. That ain't ever happening. That'd be a terrible idea. But good for him. Good for him. Mike, look, 58. It's all good. So I told you, it's a win-win for Mike. It's a win for Netflix and a win for Mike. Win for Jake, too, in the overall scheme of things. But, yeah, I don't know what anybody expected. I see everybody on social media upset. It's like, what the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? What were you guys expecting, man? So that is what it is. This weekend, I would say that with the Jake Paul fight, Mike Tyson, with the John Jones Stipe, it's 2 fights that not a ton of people asked for, but everybody watched. Like, no one was like, oh my God, I have to see Mike Tyson at 58. I am just salivating for this. I can't wait to see him get back in there. Said nobody. Oh, I just can't wait for 42-year-old Stipe to come back after 4 years. His last fight, he got knocked out by Francis. I am just foaming at the dick for him to perform.
It was an old guy weekend.
It was an old guy weekend. Shout out to old guys. And they got dealt with.